Good afternoon, and welcome to Deaf Child Discord 13, actually. And today I want to talk about two concepts and connecting the two gaps, actually, between competitive advantage for a business and return on investment, which actually align with 13 um, in terms of the concepts of prosperity and luck. And so, uh, with competitive advantage, what a lot of people fail to do, even though everybody does have their own unique competitive advantage in terms of their own experience, skill sets, and tools that they can offer to people, not everybody is able to communicate or position themselves to fully be able to see the return on investment. And how you connect that gap is simply with the fact that when you do good work and you can show that you're doing good work, you attract more people who want work like what they see you doing. And so, kind of when you know you have good work, but you're not attracting clients, the reason why is they're not seeing the good work that you do. And so you're gonna have to figure out how to show that to them and connecting that. And for different people have different reasons that they're not showing it. Some people, it's simply a matter of the content production and maybe the angle. Maybe they just need to do some more lifestyle content. That's often the issue people have. They're really good at explaining the technical features and benefits, but they're not so good at showing the utility in action. And so I think being able to show the way an offer will change somebody's story is something to keep in mind in a way in terms of being able to position to show the competitive advantage to see a higher return on investment. Um, and then another thing to keep in mind is also being able to look at what do you offer and what are they looking for. So not just giving them an offer before you find out what someone is looking for, but really um, not only after you've attracted, engaged, and delighted them in the pitching process, asking them what they want before you give them an offer so you make sure you're offering something they want to experience. And then if you're targeting somebody in terms of with an ad, etc., keeping in mind what is someone who is going to interact with your offer going to be like, where are they going to interact, and what is the best way to get in touch with them. And I think what a lot of people are underutilizing is retargeting. A lot of people do a lot of broad prospecting, but they're actually sending bottom funnel message to their top of funnel audience. So people are essentially telling strangers who have no clue who this person is, hey, buy my shit. And people are basically like, I don't know who the fuck you are, so nah, I'm good. Versus when you think of where your person is in terms of knowing you, think of every message you send as if your ads are you at a digital store, and every message you send them is how they would be treated if they walked into a store with you. Your ads would be a lot better. Because, for example, if I go to a clothing shop, they're not just gonna say the same things over and over to me, because I'm gonna be like, were you not paying attention to 20 other fucking people just saying that to me? You know what I mean? Like, that would just be like really weird and overkill. Versus they're gonna have a different message. So someone's gonna greet you, someone's gonna ask if you want to try things on, someone's gonna let you know the deal, someone is gonna check you out. You know, they have a different person for different things, unless it's one of those really small ones with one person doing everything, and they're kicking ass. You know, all hats. Oh, that's cool. But you know, every business is different. But you know what I mean? Like when you do go to a clothing store where you have a different person with a different message for every stage of your journey, and it's actually helpful for you, because yeah, you do need somebody to, it's actually nice when you have a store worker go get you different sizes. I love that shit personally. But yeah, I said it was really nice when you have I just noticed that the captions didn't get that. I'm sorry I didn't pay attention before. I'm sorry if I missed anything before. But I was saying it was nice when you have a store owner or a store worker go get you different sizes and things like that. And the reason I'm repeating myself is because these fucking captions, and it's just must, you know. So I can sign, and there, a lot of people ask the difference in between me speaking and then me signing. What I know in English is completely different than what I know in sign language. That vocabulary is completely different. So even though I know sign language, I don't always, when I'm doing these videos, I don't like to sign and speak at the same time because I'm always getting things wrong. I mess up a lot. And so, um, I just think that like if I, stick to kind of like one language at a time. Sometimes I, do a little bit better, kind of a little bit with communicating, but also my ASL is more of like a SimCom contact sign thing. It's not like ASL. It's like ASL proficiency index. If I were to be interviewed, like on a proficiency interview level of like a 1 or a 2, if you Google ASLPI and look at the levels from 0 to 6, and that's really concept based. I'm a basic bitch in ASL. I'm all about talking about getting my hair did. And so in terms of a deaf-owned marketing agency, I would say that's Dozano's or Chill Marketing's competitive advantage over me. They, for native signers and for people who ASL is their first language, because even though I have and I will get interpreters and work with people to make sure you have that access, I'm all about that. They sign themselves, so they don't need to do that extra step of that interpretation communication, So there's things like that to consider, like what's your competitive advantage and what return on investment are you going to get? And because they have that ability to work more natively in sign language with people, there's less hours spent in meetings because when you have more people in a meeting, you're gonna get less done in the meeting, your meeting's gonna take longer because of communication overhead. Simple as that. Communication overhead, you're gonna get less done in a meeting with more people. Repeating for the closed captions. And so that's why, like, for deaf people, having that deaf-owned marketing agency with a signer like Dozano is going to get you a better return on investment, and that's going to be their competitive advantage. So every business has their own version of that, and sometimes not only does the business itself have a competitive advantage, different business can have a competitive advantage for different offers over another business, or for different people. It can be situational, depending on the need of the project. So yeah, all issues to consider. Let that marinate. I'm gonna wrap this up. I think this was a good discourse. And yeah, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.